President Trump is ordering a full review of one of the nation's most cherished museums after saying it focuses too much on, quote, how bad slavery was. And he wrote this: "The Smithsonian is out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success. Nothing about brightness, nothing about the future, and we are not going to allow this to happen. And I have instructed my attorneys to go through the museums and start the exact same process that has been done with colleges and universities," end quote. For more on this, I want to bring in Ibram X. Kendi, a professor of history at Howard University here in Washington. Ibram, thanks so much for joining us. First of all, what's your reaction to this latest post about the Smithsonian from President Trump?
Well, first, I would say most of our public museums in the United States actually do not show how truly bad slavery was, because I think most Americans can't handle just the sheer agony, the sheer terror, the sheer violence it took to keep people enslaved their whole lives, laboring against their will, or to, most Americans can't really handle the agony of seeing children taken from their parents, or seeing the amount of terror that was required to keep millions of people enslaved. And so that, to me, as an historian, is actually what's quite interesting about this notion that it shows the way that the Smithsonian is presenting slavery.
I want you to listen, Professor, to what President Trump actually said. And I remember this back in 2017, during his first term. He had just been elected president, when he visited the National Museum of African American History and Culture here in Washington. Listen to this.
This museum is a beautiful tribute to so many American heroes. It's amazing to see. We did a pretty comprehensive tour, but not comprehensive enough. So, Lonnie, I'll be back. I told you that. Because I could stay here for a lot longer, believe me. It's really incredible. This tour was a meaningful reminder of why we have to fight bigotry, intolerance, and hatred in all of its very ugly forms.
So what do you think, Professor? What do you think changed from then, back in 2017, to now?
So what changed is the problem. And so now this president is insinuating that the problem are those people who are trying to accurately render this nation's past. While back in 2017, the quote unquote problem was much more, was different. And I think, so the politics of the now, the politics of this moment has been to essentially defend enslavers, has been to make it seem as if slavery wasn't that bad, to make it seem as if everyone was against slavery, when in actuality, most Americans who were anti-slavery were as rare and ridiculed as Americans today who are striving to be anti-racist.
Ibram X. Kendi, thanks so much for joining us, Professor of History at Howard University here in Washington.